I do these numbers every day because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a compelling, factual set of statistics of why you should buy KB's bullion as opposed to other bullion. But the KB gram closed yesterday at 58.3 euros. That's 83.95 US dollars, so almost $84. The previous day close was 80.79, so that's a $3.16 move in one day. That's 3.7%. Our gold accounts. Everybody that has an account with KB, that has, your account went up 3.7% in one day. In one day. Now that's, again, that's not a normal day. But I keep track of the numbers and it goes far back beyond 30 days. In 30 days, your gold account is up 9.3%. It's the top moving asset class there is. There's no other asset class that has a 30-day move that's more than 9.3%. Year to date, 30%, right at 30, just at 30% year to date. The Dow was down 172 or 1.5% yesterday. For the week, the Dow is down 5.08%. And 30 days, the Dow is down 10%. That's your stock market price.
Well, the high was 12, 8, 10.
Well, yesterday it closed at 10,956. It's down below 11,000.
So another 2,000 points spread.
Yeah. What's year to date down 15%. So all those IRAs, 401ks, PO plans that are invested in the stock market, those people are losing money. You know, a lot of them, you know what they say to me? I don't even look at my statements anymore. That's no way to live. Make some changes.
Ostriches do.
Yeah, if you continue doing the same thing, you're going to continue to get what you're getting. You're getting shoved around. That's called being reactive.
Right.
Stealing your thunder.
No problem.
Bring it, Boomer.
Okay, I like to have fun. So if I can't have fun, I don't want to do it. So my goal today is share just a little bit in my perspective because I'm not a day trader. And if that relates to you, then you're going to relate to a different aspect in my perspective in a different train of thought. I'm a kind of a macro thinker. I'm just going to look at how we created money as a tool. In 1950, the most prevalent way to create money was a tool, was a job, correct? Okay, and the train of thought was, if you get an education, you can make your time more valuable. So when you sell it, you've got more money that's left over so you can invest it to create a better lifestyle. And the whole country went education crazy. How many people today do you know that have a degree that can't find a job? Right? Okay, now here's the point. You never get paid for what you know. You only get paid for what you do with what you know. That's my famous saying, man, right there. So, as the tool, the job was supposed to do three things. The job was supposed to give you enough money to pay the taxes the government said you had to pay. The government was supposed to give you enough money to live on. The job was supposed to give you enough money to live on. And the job was supposed to give you enough money that you didn't have to live on, so that you had extra money so that you could put it in something that would create a residual income by an investment. So when you couldn't work anymore, you had something to live on. How's that working these days? Okay, now, has the efficiency of the tool called a job gone up or gone down? Okay, great. Now, here's my point. On this side of the teeter-totter, that was in 1950. How many people had to work in a family to produce enough money to pay the taxes, live on, and have extra money for investments? One, right? How many people does it take today in a family? There's my point. I'm here to give you a program update on how to deal with that. And my goal is to spread that information to other people so that they can operate on a new set of programs that will allow them to deal with what's going on now. And it's so pathetically simple. And guess what? Just doing it doesn't even cost you a penny to do. Okay? Here's this. Every dollar on this side of the teeter-totter, Every dollar you ever earn is going to go on this side. Every dollar that you've already earned is going to go on this side. And every asset that you've ever bought with the dollar is on this side. Okay? Now, is your home loan, is your loan in dollars or is it in grams of gold or euros? Which one is it in? Dollars? Okay. So, however it happens in a macro sense to the dollar is going to affect everything on that side of the teeter-totter, right?
Right.
The only thing you got to do to combat the fact that they're printing money out of thin air and it's spiraling down is add more time to this side. That's why it takes 2.8 people to do what one person used to do. You making my point? Now, the alternative to this is, I'm not a stock trader, so check this out. I know the stocks are going to go up and they're going to go down. I know that gold is going to go up and go down. You know what I know 100% is going to happen? Every time they print a dollar out of thin air, it's going to dilute the buying power of that dollar. So it doesn't really matter whether stocks go up and down or gold goes up and down. You've got to face the fact that the government's printing money out of thin air backed by nothing. And that is going to affect every single thing you do and everybody that you know. And it doesn't matter what your income level is. And it doesn't matter how old you are. And it doesn't care whether you're a nice person or not. So the only other thing we're going to do here is, the old train of thought was put in investments, which would head off. Well, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a KB Gold account. How much does it cost to open up an account?
Zero.
Nothing. How much does it cost to maintain it? Nothing. Do you realize that they're going to pay you a referral bonus for doing something that you're going to do anyway? Now, the whole key to a KB account is what? Fund it. Why? Because remember this, you never get paid for what you know, you only get paid for what you do with what you know. So what good does a KB account have if you don't fund it? That's my point. The funding of the account is what's going to hedge off this. Now, as the dollar spins down, KB account, what happens to the price value of the gold in your account? Goes up. What does that do to the weight? It balances out this. If you've got first of all, I am not a financial advisor, a tax planner, any of that. I'm just a common sense knucklehead who's probably too stupid to watch all the figures, but just sees what's going on. So you open up a KB account and fund it. If you put 5 to 20% even in affordable little weights as you go, and you pass that set of information for a new program update to somebody else, guess what? You've empowered them to do what you do, and if you make it simple enough for them to share that concept, you are going to have a huge heritage to pass on to help others, create a financial ministry. And it doesn't matter where it is. The second most important thing about a KB account, it is a global income. I know that if I build a KB vision, and that is that we're here on Mount Helix with a view, a vision. If you grasp that and you apply that knowledge and you pass that information to somebody else, you're going to empower people in different countries to take advantage of this program. The key point about that is I have traveled out of this country. I have started businesses in other lands, and they look at opportunities so much more than you will ever know here. Here we are drowned out by reality TV, which is nothing more than some type of shock factory until your mind becomes numb to change. And that is the tool that they will use in order to keep you where you are. If you want something to change, you got to update your program. Now, let's look at this. The media, right? They are doing all the work for us. Yes or no?
Yep. Even if they're lying.
Even if they're lying. Oh, that I'll tell you right now, that right there is brilliant.
It is.
Because they are programming you. So I challenge you, where are you going to get your source of income? Source of knowledge, okay? Input. Now, the media is doing all the work. You've got people walking around. Some of them are not employed. Do you realize that they can go to work today? And if they pass the message, and I'm going to show you a simple task to do that can fundamentally change every aspect of their income and hedge off the number one thing that's happening, the dilution of the paper money. Right? All you are going to do is the media is bombarding stuff off of their head. All you're going to do is you're going to use a tool that 97% of the population has, and 97% of the population that has one knows how to use one. And you're going to use that tool. Why? Because it's on their person all the time, and you're just going to bounce a message off their head here. And those that get it, and I don't know which ones will. And guess what? You probably don't either. The number one thing you'll fight in this is ignorance and apathy. That's it. And so I'm not going to, right now, we have to help changes. We have to help find and locate the people that are already key to this. Buy gold, precious metals, national debt out of control, protect yourself. We got a plan that costs them nothing, protects them at the same time, and all we're going to do is we're going to bounce this off people's heads with what? A 2-minute message on your phone. Everybody take out a cell phone if you got it. This is a core group right here. The information, if you go home and apply this right now, we're going to have fun. You know why? Because we're going to play a little bit of baseball. Our goal is to strike people out. That means get a no, or in other words, a not yet. There are people that I've shared the message with. I planted a seed. They were a no, a not yet. I guarantee you that the next guy that comes around after they've seen the erosion of the dollar and how prices of goods and services gone up, they're going to be subjective to, you know, maybe I should have paid more attention back that time. So if you get that update in your head, we're going to use this, the phone, to do it. Does everybody have the KB 2-minute call on their phone? See, my goal is to make it simple. You have to pass a message to people. If you're going to be the message, the other people can't do that very well. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your contacts list. I want you to set up a brand new contact. And you're going to type in, the name is going to be KB, and then it's going to be 265313. Now what is that? That is the access code to the phone number you're going to place in here. So we're going to place a message on our phone.
What was that code?
265313. It changes every 30 days, so you have to go in and change it. Go to mykbgold.us on the More tab, and you will find under recorded calls, you will find the access codes on that. So here's the number to program in your phone: 605-475-4309. Again, 605-475-4309. So there's only two things you got to do to play ball here, guys. You have to put that number on your phone, and you got to know how to do a 3-way call. Not as easy for some people, but 99% of the phones can do a 3-way call. So what you're going to do, two things. You're going to call somebody up, and you're going to play the 2-minute message for them. And how are you going to do that? While you're on the phone, you're going to 3-way that in. Okay? If you do that, how? It may be as simple as this. There's a format that we have on mykbgold.us. Check it out. I'm going to give you a dry run here, okay? Our goal is either to strike out, get base hits, or home runs. That's it. Or else we're going to do is play ball. I'm not going to prejudge anybody. I don't know. But the more people you put that in front, you play the call for 20 people, and I'd be very surprised if you don't enroll 5 to 10. It's fast. But it's a numbers game, and guess what? The law of averages is only overcome by the law of numbers. That's it. So, as an example, let's just say Sue. I'm going to call up Sue. Hi, Sue. Hey, it's Dan. Listen, you got a couple of minutes? Or you tied up? Oh, you got to take the kids to school? Okay, well, when will you be back? It's important. I need 3 minutes of your undivided attention. Will you give me that? Great. Okay, great. I'll call you back in 30 minutes. Bing, bing, bing. Hi, Sue. It's Dan. Hey, you got the 3 minutes right now? Great. Listen, a business proposal came across my desk. It looks really good. As a matter of fact, they're looking for help. They may have a business proposal for you too. Great. Listen, I'm going to give you some details right here. Hang on. 3-way in the call. They're going to let the call play. And then you're going to ask one big question. Hey, Sue, pretty good message, huh? What's your level of interest on a scale of 1 to 10? If they say a 1 to 5, strike one, right? You're going to come back with, well, Sue, aren't you concerned about all the money the government's printing out of thin air, how that's going to affect you? They might come back and say, well, yeah, I am. Okay, you might get a base hit then. They might come back and say, well, not really, I have a 401k. Strike two, right? Well, have you noticed the 401ks are turning into 101ks? So if I have a simple way to do it, you heard the message. If you open up an account for free, guess what? You can stave that off that ravage of inflation simply. Sound good to you? Well, you know, I don't think I can afford it. You know what? At this point, strike three, you're out, okay? And I'm going to tell you, the very first one you do every single day is a walk. Because I don't care how many times I've done it, the very first one of the day, even if I did a pile the day before, the first one stinks. Okay, so have some fun with it. Now, if they come back, well, yeah, Dan, you know, what's my level of interest? I'm like a 7. Great, then you're interested, but you need some questions answered, right? Yeah, great. Do you have the flexibility in your schedule to be in front of a live video webcast Monday or Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time? Great. I'll tell you what. Do you have a pen? Great. Write down this web address, mykbgold.us. And you can poke your head in there. I'm going to send you an application over, and I'll look forward to you being on the webcast, and I will talk to you right after that too. Okay? If you have any questions in the meantime, give me a call back. But I'll look for my email with the application on it. Okay? Now, that's a base hit. That might be a double. That might be a triple. But they're not home yet. Okay, now, the last one goes, what's your level of interest on a scale of 1 to 10? Man, I'm a 10. I tell you right then and there, stop. Said, great. You know what? Lots of people are 10s. That proves to me that you're somebody who's aware of what's going on. Listen, let me get out an application. Let's fill one out right now. And you take it down. You take down the application for them right then and there. Okay? Just like you would if you went into a regular bank. Fill it out right there. Enroll them, get them set up with a Team One website, free marketing site, and give them some instructions, and you're going to walk them through their account. You're going to help them get their documents uploaded, and you're going to show them specifically how to purchase gold in a first-hand fashion. Why? Because a confused mind does nothing. But if you lead them to know what to expect, then the mind is already trained to take action. Now, you understand, let's just play an example. If in a week you play this 15 times for somebody and you roll 5 accounts, let's just say 5, 30%. Some of those people are going to decide to do the same thing. Why? Because you made it easy for them. What did you do? You played something that was recorded on their phone. It wasn't rocket science. It's already recorded. This gave them the ability to start today without knowing all the other fundamentals, and then they can go learn as they do. But you know, every day you don't make a purchase, the price of gold is going up, man. It's going up because the value of the paper money is going down. That's what it's tagged to. So we're going to make it simple. We're going to have play ball. We're going to have fun. You know it. And we want to hear from you right here. If you have a Skype address, we want to create a room right here with these people right here. That's for us. And we're going to play ball. And I'll tell you right now, the second most valuable three-way tool you have is me and Joe. And any other leaders in here in your group. You know why? Because we want you to win, and we're available to make those extra calls from somebody who's already heard the message, already has an interest, and might have some questions, and let us go do what we're good at. This is a team effort. You know, not every person in the dugout is going to be a home run hitter. There are talents on a team that can be utilized. Some people might be good in helping some other people enroll accounts, teach them how to fund. They're great support people, and you know they're passing some people into the dugout in order to play ball with us. We're going to bring people in this in order to make a team of people with their strengths, and we're going to utilize their strengths and show them how we can also help some of the things that need improving get improved. But together, we're going to do more than I can do, Joe can do, and any of you can do. We're going to do that together. And that is the formula that we will utilize. Every single TV, radio, newspaper you pick up is already doing the change of a mindset of a nation for those that are aware and haven't been numbed out by reality TV and crisis. Somebody can start today, and here's the key. If you had a load of wood to sell, where do you think the best place you would be to go sell the wood? In your truck. How about a house with a chimney? Right? Right? So, in your phone, you have a whole bevy of people in that phone. Look to the ones that might have a chimney on their house to start with, right? Right? So, it doesn't really matter whether you're good at doing this or not. Can you put a number on your phone, and can you play a 2-minute message for somebody and ask them what's your level of interest on a scale of 1 to 10? We're going to swing the bat, baby. And with that, we are going to channel you to win. Why? Because people will understand that there is no confusion, and we will lead each other into prosperity in this. It's happening all over the world. One other perspective. You see, some of us, we can't see the KB bank. I'm going to take your bank. Let's just say there's a bank in your neighborhood and you drive by it every day for 2 months, but you never see one single person go in it. You've never seen a car in the parking lot. Are you putting your bank, you're going to put your money in that bank? It's just gonna go by, right? Now, if you saw people going in and out all the time like this, back and forth, going in and out all the time, man, what have they got going on there, right? Well, you see, KB, if you could see, this company is highly successful in their arena in Europe and here, and we're expanding. If you saw every transaction that was wired into KB as a person walking in the door, you're gonna say, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to find out. What are they doing? And maybe that's what I want to do too. So the perspective is, we got to open our minds and create a reality with what it is by taking them to where we need them to go. And with that, all of us are going to help others achieve what they want. And in the turn, you will get what you want. We're in a precipice right now, on a knife edge financially in this country. And the best part of it is, this isn't doom and gloom. This is opportunity. All the opportunities in the world have always been created on ups and downs. This is a down that is going to change dramatically how everybody looks at what money is. And with us, we can pass that message to people and make a difference in their lives. And I hope, you know what? No, I think a better term. I pray that you will step up, help us become part of that, and that ministry to others. And if that's you, I will spend every moment I can helping you do that if you step up. And with that, blessings upon you all. Thanks.
All right, brother. Great job.
Terry, is the approach, well, start it properly. Okay. The approach that you just heard from Dan is what I call the opportunity approach. You're pitching the opportunity. I oftentimes, probably more often than not these days, take a different approach. You guys have all probably heard of or been involved in direct sales companies, multi-level marketing companies, and it always gets down to the chicken or the egg. Do I present the product or the opportunity? What you just heard from Dan was the opportunity with KB. A 2-minute call, that's what it's for. It's looking for opportunity seekers. With this highly volatile marketplace, I'm taking a little different approach. I'm calling people that I know have a high probability of having an IRA, a 401k, or a Keogh plan, or even better, self-employed entrepreneurs with money. People that have assets, people that you have a pretty good idea. They've got some money invested somewhere. And what I do by tracking numbers in my daily planner, I always put the Dow, what it opened at, what it closed, what it gained or lost. And you heard the last couple of weeks, there's been days where the Dow was down 600 plus points, 500 plus points, 400 plus points. Those are the days you want to call those people and say, here's what I say to them. Hey, Bill, this is Joe here. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. How's the kids? How's the wife? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hey, did you see that stock market move today? Oh, here's what they usually say. Yeah, you know what? I don't even like to watch it anymore. It's crazy. And they start, a lot of them start ranting on it. And what I say to them is, you know, Bill, I understand. I know how you feel on a down day like that, when the Dow loses 400 points like it did today, or 600 like it did two days ago. Does that help you or hurt you? And then zip it. See what they say. Help me or hurt? How can it help me? It hurt me. I lost money, just like everyone else did. Well, that's not true. You know, I have an account with a company called KB, and when you have days like that, my account went up. And I could show you how that works. See, that's letting them feel the pain. He just lost money. And when I lost money, you made money? How's that work? Now you've got their attention. Then I usually send them to mykbgold.us. And right on that website, it has a 2-minute recording that they can just click on it. It says right above it, listen to this 2-minute recording while you browse our site. So the 2-minute that you just pitched, it's going to play as they're reading about KB, the KB Group, the KB Edelmetall, KB Vision, the history, growth, and development. It has nice pictures of the gold embedded cards that tells the whole story on there. And then what I usually say to them before I let them off the phone, let them feel the pain, give them the website address. Now, if you're like most people, Bill, you're going to be fascinated like I was, and you're going to have questions, so I'm just going to assume you're like most people. How about if I call you back and I suggest a time? Would that work for you, and I can answer your questions? See, when you plant that subconsciously, everyone wants to be like most people. You know, if you're like most people, you're going to have questions. So I'm just going to assume you're like most people, Bill. And I'm going to call you back what time's good, or I'll suggest a time. Nail them down on a follow-up. And that way, what actually did I tell them about KB? Nothing. I let the website, the tool, do it. And then if I'm brand new or not confident, then when I follow up, I'm going to have Boomer on the call with me, or I'm going to have Joe or Rob or someone that's familiar with it, can answer the questions. And if you do that, guys, it's a yes waiting to happen, because when you start throwing the numbers that I just showed you, and we talk to people and just use common sense, we don't use hype, we don't use anything other than factual, accurate information. And if they have enough financial intelligence to blow the fuzz off a peanut, they're going to get involved at some level, either as a account holder so they can take advantage of this move in gold and make money that way, or as an opportunity seeker, or like most of us, both. Mm-hmm. So that is the product, as opposed to pitching the opportunity. And which do you use? I don't know, guys. Use whichever is most comfortable for you. But they both work, and they both work really well. And based on the volume of enrollments that we're seeing right now, the momentum that we're seeing, and the commissions, Boomer's doubled in 30 days. It's going to double again. It's just going to keep doubling if I have anything to do with it, because I'm working directly with him, and I know if I can help him get what he wants, then I'll get what I want. And that's the mentality that I think works really well in this industry. It's not about you, it's about your people. It's about following up with them. It's about getting them the education transaction information and connecting them to the power sources of information with this opportunity. So once you do get someone registered, a lot of people are talking about how do I structure it, how do I do it. Well, once I get someone to the point where they say they're a 10 and they're ready to set up their account, I repeat, I never send them to my website or someone else's site and tell them to sign themselves up. Never do that. What I do is I take a more professional approach, a more brick and mortar approach. If you go into Wells Fargo to open an account with them, are they just going to send you to a machine over in the corner and tell you to do it yourself? Okay, Mr. Norman, they'll get their stack of papers. Let's get your name. They're going to do it professionally. And should we treat this any differently? Absolutely not. Take down the information, and then that way you have control where they are placed in your organization. Now, what I would highly recommend as far as structuring your business, you've got your business position here, and then you've got level 1, 2, whoops, I got an eraser. Level 2, level 3. All right, what I would recommend is you will go to your website to register the first 3 people. So you're going to have a person there, a person there, and a person there. 3 people on your level 1. Okay, and this is all diagrammed out at mykbgold.us. If you click on the comp plan tab, what I'm about to show you, it's called the 339 plan. 339. And then what you're going to do, the next person that you successfully enroll, you get a yes, you get a hey, I'm a 10. You're not going to put a 4th on your level 1. You're going to select whoever's working the hardest, whoever's engaged, whoever's showing up for the live calls and the live webinars, the person with the most want to, or maybe the person with the strongest why. You want to just give them a little jump start. So you'll give your 4th person away, let's say to Bill here. And what our objective is, you want 3, and then you want to help your 3 get their 3. So you got 3 there, you got 3 there, and you got 3 there. So that gives you a total of 9 on your 2nd level. Same strategy. You want to get 3, help them get their 3, and help those 3 get their 3. So at this point, this person right here has the person you brought in and you helping them get their 3. Same thing, this person has this person and you helping them get their 3. So your objective is to get all them with their 3, or 27 on your level 3, and that's a total of 39 people. And when you do that, if everybody does nothing but a minimum €50 monthly plan, a monthly dollar cost averaging of €50, which is about what, 72 bucks US, something like that, that's going to generate for you about $400 a month in residual income from 39 people. What that tells you is each person's going to spin off an average of about $10 a month on a monthly plan. This is a very doable, very easy way to build your business, and it also, and more importantly, is going to maximize everyone that has someone under them on a purchase plan. You're going to make money. It's impossible to not make money. You're going to get money flowing through everybody's organization. But if you really want to ramp this up, Boomer has come up with it's just genius. And actually, I did it, and I really didn't even know I did it until you figured it out. Get a position for yourself. And if you're married, then sponsor your spouse. And what I did for my position, I do a minimum €50 monthly plan. You know, I come in with a minimum deal with but my wife's $500 a month. The commission was almost $200. More than paid for mine. I got free gold. with the commissions from my wife's position. And everybody do this, same thing, you're gonna have 72 people, and your earnings are gonna be 10 times, or $4,000.